Hey, LeBurn98 here with some Uncharted 2 gameplay footage. This is on the map Village, and I believe this was played on August 21st, so around that time. This is recorded from the theater mode within the game, so it's not live gameplay, but it's perfect for this type of stuff. This was well, I've only had a PS3 for about 2 months, so I don't know how many games with this one, how many matches I was in. But there we go. I think this is where I start to get used to the game and especially the climbing and stuff. Because I'll put up some of my earlier videos where I basically played it like Gears of War. So very little climbing, you know, and stuff like that. And for this game, you're not going to win too many games if you don't know how to climb and stuff. Now this part was pretty funny here, where if you notice I was shooting at his feet. That's because I was sitting far away from my monitor, and his black uniform mixed in with the shield, and I thought he was behind the shield, but in fact I was looking at his back, so that's why I was shooting at his feet. But anyway, I had a PS3 for about 2 months at this point. I got it at the end of June, and so I was still getting used to the controller, you know, coming from Xbox. It's obviously, if anybody has the both, they know it's pretty different, especially when it comes to shooters. I find the Xbox, I like the Xbox controller for shooters, but I'm getting used to the PS3 controller. Actually, I got used to it quicker than I thought I would, because when I was originally contemplating on getting a PS3, I planned to get one about when Killzone 2 came out. And then, obviously, when Uncharted 2 was coming out, I planned to get one, but then what was holding me back was the controller. And but I'm glad I decided to make the plunge. One thing a lot of people notice with the different controllers is the DualShock 3 is a lot smaller than the 360 controller. I have pretty big hands, and a lot of people say when you have big hands, it cramps, the 6-axis cramps your hands. I don't find that at all. You know, but you know, some people it does. So. But I did find it smaller. And also another thing I thought it would be weird, but I got used to it. It seemed kind of natural, actually, was especially in Call of Duty, using the bumpers on the DualShock. Well, at least the bumpers would be on the 360. For shooting. See, I thought that would be kind of weird, but when you pick up a DualShock 3, you naturally go towards the bumpers. So that was something that was kind of surprising when I started to play. It just felt so natural. One thing I will say, though, about the DualShock is that the triggers are absolutely horrible. I can't tell you how many times, especially when playing a racing game, which is why I really don't buy any racing games for it. And if I do, I'll probably get a steering wheel. I find my fingers will, especially when you play a lot, and my hands sweat a lot too when I play for longer periods of time. Your hand or your fingers will slip off the control, the trigger. Now I hear there's some special trigger attachments you can get for the DualShock 3, so I might look into those. That'll make them more like the 360 triggers. But the controller that you get, you know, the default controller, I don't like the triggers at all. But other than that, there's very little difference. Once you get used to playing with the PS3, it's very little difference when it comes to gameplay. You know, if you're a good player, you're gonna be a good player regardless of the controller. I find anyway. Another game I've been playing recently on my PS3, besides Uncharted 2, was Infamous. I got that. It's a greatest hits collection now, so I got it. Actually, my friend, shout out to Booyaka85, he got it for me because he wanted to get a controller for his a DualShock 3 for his PC. And for a few bucks more, he was able to get the bundle. So he decided to do that and asked if I wanted the infamous, if I wanted to pay the extra 20 bucks or so to get the bundle, so I can get the infamous cheap. So I said, sure, why not? And I actually have to say, when I first played the demo, I didn't like it too much. But now playing the full game, it's kind of growing on me. It reminds me a bit of like a mix between like Prototype, which came out around the same time as Infamous, I believe, and Crackdown, and maybe some Spider-Man thrown in there. And but I really like that game. It's just so fun. I don't know. It's like I like pretty much all open world games, but this one in particular, it's just so much fun to go around and use electricity and electrocute people and go up and beat up somebody. It's just the perfect way to relieve some stress. So yeah, in this game, I did not too bad. I think I got 21 and 8 in this. I don't know. I don't think it's my best game in this, but it's one of my. It's one of the ones I have saved. See, another problem I had. I had a bunch of games saved in the theater mode, and I had a power outage one night while playing Modern Warfare 2, and it shut off mid-game because of the power outage, and I lost all of my stuff on my PS3. Luckily, I didn't have too many save games or anything I needed because I had already beaten Uncharted 2 and got the Platinum Trophy, so I didn't really worry about that too much. One thing I did lose was my Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction save game. So it's about halfway through that, which is kind of disappointing. But anyway, I also lost all of my Uncharted 2 videos except for one, which is I'll probably put up in the next few days. One of my first games, I believe, and I happened to just upload it. I don't know why I did, and but because of that, I was able to save it. But anyway, the game's over. Yeah, so 21 and 8. By the way, until next time, this is LeBurn98 signing off.